Vigilante Wason here with the clip from my show. And if you like this clip, please check out the whole podcast, link in the description. Speaking of stuff that you do not want to represent, this goddamn kick. Sarah Fuller is not the only kicker on Vanderbilt's roster. This is a lie. Outright lie. Why? Because there's a punter on Vanderbilt's roster, right? And I know the punter and kicker are not the same position, but if you can punt, you can kick. It's harder to punt than kick. And I know I'm partially taking this from Clay Travis. Shout out to Clay Travis. I have actually a few notes to take from Outkick because unfortunately there were some notes that I couldn't find the articles for, which sucks because I like having the articles for anything I say so I can, when I'm using facts. But Sarah Fuller, as I use in my thumbnail, apparently has been compared by some people to Jackie Robinson for this terrible squib kick that I can't play because I got copyright claimed. So I'm not going to play the kick, but if you Google it, you'll find it. And Miss Sarah Fuller is now nominated for a Vanderbilt. She's nominated for a Courage Award after one play that was staged, by the way, not only for her team, but apparently Missouri as well. And not only this, and we'll get into the article. Okay, yeah. Fuller's preparing to play number 10 Georgia on Saturday because their interim coach, remember Derek Mason, their original coach, 0-8, 7 losing seasons, he got fired. And some people try to make it about race, but if you're incompetent, you're incompetent. But I digress. She's the only kicker on the depth chart. But interim coach Todd Fitch says Riley Guy, last year's kicker, may rejoin the roster. He's in medical school and still has a year of eligibility remaining. Guess what? He had a year of eligibility remaining last week as well. Meaning the only reason we got Sarah Fuller kicking was for this virtue signaling. And I want to go back to one of the things we were talking about, the trashy. Is this it? Oh no, I've seen 13-year-olds kick further than her. It's sad we live in a time when no one earns anything. And when they fail, they get awarded. It is sad. This is sad. It's very sad. But this one, Defender the Ice Wolf, says, yeah, they have their awards, names and stuff, but they're alone and they're going to die alone. So who's the real loser? And that applies to this woman as well. Not that she's going to die alone, but I mean, if you've seen all the marketing, they had a whole photo spread. There's a whole different photo spread, the little helmet, play like a girl, all this stuff pushed behind this woman. She's going to win an award for this one kick that the other team intentionally let go. All for representation, but what are we representing? Again, 13-year-olds can kick further than her. Other women can kick further than her. I know it. I know it just looking at it. I can eyeball that. And I'm not, I don't want to take away from her too much. I said on Monday's episode, make this money, let it make you capitalize before being pushed down our throats. Why do we have to get this pushed down our throats? Why do you have to go through all of these hoops and these gymnastics to create this scenario? What is it supposed to say? What young lady, and I said this in the previous episode, so I'm repeating myself, and I'm only bringing it back up because of the hyperbole. Now she's nominated for a Courage Award. It's so courageous for everything possible to bend in the way or out of the way for you to accomplish nothing. What is courageous about that? What example is that setting for the future? If you have a young child, young daughter, or son, whoever, young daughter, young niece, are you going to sit her down and say, Sarah Fuller is such a great example for you? Look at what you can accomplish if a bunch of men all fake act, all go stunt man in a game to make you look good. And keep in mind, she also cursed out the team halfway through. And apparently, this is the sources Outkick. I don't have the article to say this. So if I'm lying, Clay Travis is lying. But apparently, one of the coaching staff, a member of the coaching staff, said, I wanted to say this all year. I'm so glad you said this, Sarah. Motherfucker, what are you getting a check for? I don't think they're even releasing her stats, mainly weight and height. That is a very dangerous move. She can be hospitalized if a wrong move goes on the field. But you know something, Finner, a wrong move is not going on the field. She will never be put in harm's way. Trust me, this is all coordinated. She's progressive, stunning, and brave. Blah. Yeah, I agree. As far as this goes, this is a mess. It's an absolute mess. And the fact that last year kicker was available last week and still is, the punter was available, and that anyone would compare this to Jackie Robinson when you consider everything, like, that's insane. Or anyone who's crossed the barrier, Roberto Clemente, people have actually had to face struggles and, like, not just a few tweets saying the kick was dumb. I'm talking about, like, your life is on the line, stuff that Jim Brown went through, people who really had to break down barriers and really had to deal with things, you know what I mean? And you compare somebody who had the sea parted for them just to do a terrible kick that the other team had no intention of returning. And that's why I said, they should release her. She could be hospitalized. If a wrong move goes on the field, the only way she's going to be hospitalized is if she tears her own quad running or something. Because I'm sure whenever she trots out, because Georgia is going to blow them out, so they're not going to really need to run back the kick. It would be funny if they did. I wish they did. I wish they, if she does another one of those stupid squibs, I hope they run it back and try to score a touchdown. And if she's in the way, knock her ass out. Straight up. Because you're so stunning. That would be stunning and brave. And by no means am I trying to disparage women's sports. I could go Toxic Mel say how great women's volleyball is, because it is. But UFC, remember how popular Ronda Rousey was, and those women are elite athletes. We all love Gina Carano, right? Make no mistake, unless you have a lot of training, you could not win a fight with any of those girls. I saw that. I've known it for a while when it was a fight, the first UFC back. I can't remember, Zherezhenko and Zhang. Those girls beat the living shit out of each other, and they're just way too fast. It's like, okay, I would have no chance trying to fight any of them. Let's see what Finner says. Look, in a sport like football, camaraderie is a key element. As weird as it sounds, sharing a locker room does help a bit, and the vibe she gives with the rest of the team ain't good because she's got special treatment, and that is never good. No, it is not. The only time where you can do the special treatment is if you have an exceptional player. They say make exceptions for exceptional players. If you are a huge football fan, you heard the stories of Lawrence Taylor, Bill Parcells, who was a real tough-nosed coach, gave Lawrence Taylor a pass in practice, and people would say, "Why?" He's like, he knows more about football than anyone else on the team. His football IQ is through the roof, and he can do whatever he wants, basically. And it paid off. You don't do that for this kicker just for a diminished football team. And keep this in mind. And this is something I worry about with all of this wokeness, the human element. What is this going to do to the Vanderbilt athletic program? It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, but the long term of it is less funding, less backers, and a lot less boosters. That's the word I'm looking for. Less boosters. And so, and people won't say that out loud, but I'm sure less people are going to back and be boosters to this because of this. Because this is a farce. So I've ranted long enough. I think I've lost people with my ranting. So I apologize to anyone who got put off about my ranting, but it's unnecessary, man. It's unnecessary to keep pushing representation to the point where it's damaging. As Fenner, the Ice Wolf, said, the vibe, camaraderie is so huge, and that vibe is going to be really messed up. Especially she's cursing out the team, talking about how they don't cheer for first downs. Apparently, there are people on that team who are already trying to revolt, and people have put up should they even play. I don't think that's going to happen when people don't play, but it's a lot of mess. Yeah, above all, less respect. Without respect, we reject, right? Thank you for watching the video. If you like this, please check out the whole podcast, link in the description. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do so. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the video. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching and thank you for your time. God bless.